Should you sleep right? Yes. You should eat right? Yes. You should train smart? Yes. Should you take your vitamins? Yes. Should you get blood work? Yes. Should you get massage, ice baths, acupuncture? Whatever helps you stay healthy and recover. And obviously I was an extremely gigantic kid by 15 years old, squatting 600 pounds, deadlifting 600 pounds at 242 pounds at the state championships.
I like this guy's man.
These guys are savage.
Yeah, shit.
Okay, Jeffrey, you tell me when we are good to go. We are locked and loaded. Yes.
Robbie, never mind.
Okay, we'll talk in a second. Hey guys, we're ready to bang it. And I think this came to my attention when people are assuming that one thing outweighs outside of nutrition, that one thing is so much bigger than everything else. There's only one trick to the whole thing. We good on the volume? And I want everybody to know this isn't really the case. The majority of society that works out. From that percentage, not everybody eats correct for how they should eat. I'm not saying anything new. This isn't any tricks here or anything like that. But we got our bodies worked on today. And so Jimmy Bluff is amazing. And if you guys know Jimmy Bluff is an incredible body mechanics kind of guy that comes in and helps us stay healthy, keeps that muscle health. Muscle. My muscle is very healthy. The muscle very healthy. And so the reason why I say this is because it's every aspect of this. And if you guys watch anybody that it's really elite, and I'll take James Harris, played for Pittsburgh, went on over the Ravens as well, but outside linebacker, defensive tackle, D-end. And he did, and he talked about this, how much money he spent outside of football to make sure he got acupuncture, massage, therapy, and all these different things. Now, it's not the point that he brought this up, but he's a pretty famous guy in the world of sports and being elite. And the reason I say that is because it's all circumference. It's all in that circle. Should you sleep right? Yes. You should eat right? Yes. You should train smart? Yes. Should you take your vitamins? Yes. Should you get blood work? Yes. Should you get massage, ice baths, acupuncture? Whatever helps you stay healthy and recover and continue this fight of life, I would say is all important. Does some things weigh out others? Sure they do. But it doesn't mean that you should just minus out the other things. Does that make sense to you?
It does. And even some people cannot afford, or they don't have access to do as many things as we do. Right? They don't have Jimmy Bluff. But just doing the basics. Okay, I'm going to be really honest with you guys. If you don't just consistently stick to the basics, you will never do anything. Never. It doesn't matter if it's fitness, if it's life, if it's wealth, health, whatever. Consistency, it's everything. I understand motivation. You get motivated in the morning. You see something that's motivating you. Totally okay with that to get you out of bed. But consistency day in and day out when it comes to nutrition, training, and then add your vitamins, get that blood working, get everything that you could get it for yourself right now. Like I said, you might not be able to get massages because of financial. You might not be able to get, so even when it comes to food, do what you can. And always remember, nutrition, it's number one. And I say this over and over again. Of course, it is important what you eat, but it's most important when you eat. So that's what the nutrition plan is for, guys. All right, I'm out of here.
Done.
That's just
knock
honesty.
Your microphone down and let it get out of here. Wow.
All right. It's honesty. It's really how it is.
Second thing we're going to go over real quick is I posted a video the other day, and the video was talking about the portion of where I set my career up and the nutrition I did while I was young. Like a lot of us that are on here, maybe you played college ball, or maybe you were in high school, played football or wrestled or did some kind of sports, but you ate pretty well as a youngster, or didn't. And my discussion about my food and how I ate from the age of 11, 12, 13, extremely important, to 15 was extremely important because I was going through puberty at that stage. Obviously, you go through puberty much longer than that, but there's that growth spurt. And so I really timed my nutrition well, plus along with that portion of time where I was growing. And I could find that a lot of comments was that I was talking about my nutrition at that age. And me and Heath Evans and other elites have talked about this, that have succeeded extremely well, and also very large humans, about how much we did our peanut butter and jam sandwiches. Now, again, I understand that if you're only listening from the age that you're at, or the size that you're at, or the stage that you're at, you're not going to comprehend a lot of the stuff we talk about unless you remove yourself from the subject and put yourself back into where I was. I was going through puberty. So the calorie intake was extremely high, and I was extremely active. And obviously I was an extremely gigantic kid by 15 years old, squatting 600 pounds, deadlifting 600 pounds at 242 pounds at the state championships. But the reason I was able to do that was because of the nutrition that allowed me to put on the muscle, along with whatever else I put on during that time, and extra fat. Because I was eating high calories, allowed me to get under that kind of weight and push that kind of weight. Now, how was that beneficial? Well, it set me up for a lifetime of this kind of a career. And it also set me up a lifetime of being healthy. So that's how that nutrition comes into play. And so when I talk about nutrition, try to understand at what portion am I talking about and how this is playing dividends to me at that stage. Like we talked about Mona during the pregnancy. And we talked about removing her from the equation and keeping her understanding of she's an incubator. And at that stage, her being an incubator, we had to feed the child. So the food had to change, and it had to be more beneficial for what the baby needed relative to what she needed. And she was secondary to that, understanding that a majority of that nutrients that we needed to get through to her body needed to get to him. So again, does that make sense to you guys? Not everybody, but it is for you parents that are trying to have a kid or did have a kid. Now you can watch how we feed Titan at this stage and what we're trying to do for him to get him to the fullest capable genetic size that he'll be. And then if he wants to be a ballerina dancer, cool.
You can't even say ballerina.
I can't even say it, but you understand that. And so for you guys, you need to talk to us about what kind of nutrition you want to do and what stage you're at and where you want to go with what your goals are. But at the same time, please don't come at me and say, hey, I'm going to do a bodybuilding show and I'm going to do bodybuilding my whole life. Nobody bodybuilds their whole life. Okay.
I get,
so be smart enough to know, yes, you're going to do a show, but we're going to set yourself up in 10, 20, 30 years on what you should be eating as well after that.